Dear students, welcome to DAV Sri Vishnu Vidyaniketan's online classes. As we are moving with the properties of solids, liquids and gases in matter around us, 9th class physical science. Now, in the previous module we have discussed about the shape and volume, the property of shape and volume of different states of matter, that is solid state, liquid state and gaseous states. So, let us revise once. Matter means anything around us which occupies some space and has some mass is called matter. Example, the water we drink, the air we breathe, the clothes we wear, etc. And coming to the properties, shape and volume. So, solid state has fixed shape and fixed volume. Example, pen. Liquid state has no fixed shape but has fixed volume. Water or oil. And gaseous state doesn't have fixed shape as well as no fixed volume. So any gas, air, etc. So now let us go with the second property, compressibility. So first let us know what is compressibility. So compressibility means the ability of the substance or the ability of the matter to reduce the volume. The ability of the matter to reduce the volume by external pressure is known as compressibility. So let us check here. To understand this, we have one activity here. Take syringe and the lid is closed. The mouth of the syringe is closed, sealed. And take out the plunger. So this is the plunger and this is the body of syringe. So take out the plunger and seal the nozzle. Now take 3 syringes. One, don't fill anything, means there is nothing, means there should be air. So air is in that. Second one, fill it with water. Third one, fill it with chalk powder, chalk piece powder. Now again, place the plunger. Now try to, as it is sealed, try to push it. From this side, push it. So this is the observation we got. So let us check here, air. Even though there is air inside, we compress this, means we are able to press the plunger up to this level. So means first the volume of the air is this much. When we apply external pressure, it is reduced to this much. Means compressibility of gases is more, or there is compressibility property for the gaseous molecules, gaseous particles. Now coming to the water. The volume of water is this much. When we have taken full of water in the body of syringe. When we kept the plunger and apply external pressure, high pressure. Now what happened? The volume is reduced to this much. See, here compressibility happens, but not as much as air. So means compressibility of water is a little less. Okay. So not as much as that of gases, but it has little compressibility, less compressibility. Coming to chalk piece powder, as it is full entirely with the chalk piece powder, again you kept plunger and try to push the plunger. Now what happened? There is no change. There is no change in the volume. Okay, now observe. So we observe there is no change in the volume of the chalk piece powder. So here chalk piece powder is taken for the reference of solid state, water is taken as reference for the liquid state, and air is taken as a reference for the gaseous state. Now by checking this activity, we can conclude that gases have more compressibility, liquids have less compressibility, and solid have no compressibility. Okay now? So compressibility of gases are more than liquids, and compressibility of liquids are more than solids. Though this is the order of compressibility. Gases is greater than, liquids is greater than solids. Okay now? Solids have no compressibility. So this is all about the compressibility. So as we know, the compressibility, because of this compressibility, we are able to fill the gases in the form of cylinders, etc. Now coming to the next property, diffusion. So let us take an example. So take a deodorant and just So press over. So it is on your body and it reaches his nose. Okay, now your friend's nose. How is it possible? Yes. There are particles of the matter which will travel from one place to the other. Okay, now, especially gases and liquids, as we know. Okay, now. So the movement of the particles from one place to the other place is called diffusion. The movement of the particles from one place to the other is called diffusion. Or one more also there, the equal distribution of the particle in a given space. The equal distribution of the particle in a given space is known as diffusion. Okay. Now coming to here, gases. Suppose this is a room. If you keep some of the incense sticks, agarbattis here, light up, then what happens? It will give fumes. After some time, these are the particles of the incense stick fumes. Now what happens? They will distribute equally the entire room. Now wherever you go, whenever you light up, you will feel smell here only. You will feel smell here only. After some time, you will get the smell of incense sticks everywhere. Okay, now means why? Because gaseous particles distribute themselves equally throughout the room, entire room. Now, this is the diffusion in gases. Coming to diffusion in liquids. Now take a glass of water and one drop of blue. One drop of blue. Now first it is dropped at this place. After some time it is spreading over the liquid, and after some time the entire water is converted into blue color. So why so happen? Why this happen? Because liquid particles also distribute themselves in the given space. Okay. So hence this is the example for diffusion of liquid state. Now what about the diffusion of solid state? If you keep blackboard here, does it spread? No, nothing happened. Okay now. So but take a sugar, some sugar. So now add sugar to the glass of water. After some time what happened? If you sip it, you will feel the sugary taste all over the water. What happened? The sugar molecules distribute themselves in the water so that it equally distributes throughout the glass. So that's why we are feeling sweet taste. Okay. See, from this we can conclude that solids can diffuse in liquids. Liquids can diffuse in liquids. Gases can diffuse in liquids as well as gases. Now, example for diffusion of gases in the liquid is exchange of oxygen. Okay now, exchange of oxygen. So oxygen in the atmosphere is diffused into the water. Then only the aquatic animals will take that oxygen and respiration happens. If there is no diffusion property, there is no aquatic life. Now the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, it will diffuse into the gases are diffusing in the liquid water. Now the plants which are underwater, aquatic plants, they will take the carbon dioxide and go photosynthesize and they will prepare their food home. Otherwise, there is no aquatic plant life also. Understood? Because of this diffusion only life exists underwater. Okay, two properties we have discussed so far: compressibility and diffusion, very important properties. I hope you understood. Thank you very much.